So be careful what you are commenting. So I'm now doing a little bit of a difference. It's kind of becoming much more participatory because I think that the internet allows it, and it's quite interesting. So I'm also going to be using this stream as a kind of what I call a mapoid, which is now it's case of a mind music mapoid because we're exploring the thoughts and we are mapping them. And then I'm going to be repurposing and giving the meaning to the things that are happening. So anyway, and this is all happening live. So now let's start with the Rachmaninoff. Maybe I should actually turn on the light. Yeah, this is a little bit better as well. So I've also opened the piano a little bit. I don't know if you can see there is a, oh, sorry. Yeah, interesting. Oh yeah, I can't show actually, it's that side. So there is a bit more volume as well. Jason, hello. Aloha, welcome. Thanks for joining. And also Travis is with us. Welcome. I haven't seen you in a while. Great to see you. So let's start with Rachmaninoff. A little Red Riding Hood is happening now. Okay, let's go back. Just to get a little bit the theme more prominently. And then the wolf is coming from the depth. Great, so smooth. Thank you. Okay. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Yes, it's kind of a weekend, and I feel I had a very strange, very comforting dreams. So I thought it's a perfect day to explore in togetherness because who knows, every day is the taking away from the stream of forgetfulness. That's where we are living. Um, yeah, pieces of my music is everywhere. This is unbelievable. The room downstairs is covered with all sorts of painting materials, and this one is with the music material. So by the way, is it overwhelming for the microphone? I just realized because I've opened up the lid of the piano and there is literally a lot more volume, at least for me. So I don't know how is it in terms of the microphone. Artists and working hard. Yeah. Thank you. Yes, working hard. That's true. Although sometimes and most times I'm not very happy with that hardness of the work. I would love to all those ambitions. I would really love to be more organized. That's one of the things that I'm really struggling with. But I suspect that's no different than the rest of the population of this planet. Let's just see how to. All of this has to have a very special actually playing with which one is more. Thank you. Which one is more prominent, the left or the right, the lighter or darker register? Because that's definitely a wolf approaching, and then the Little Red Riding Hood is jumping and freaking out throughout the forest. Still is the beauty. I thank you so much. Absolutely, yeah. I need to do a bit more of those streaming of the making of paintings. You see, now you heard the struggle, I think. That's not very strict in terms of the rhythm, but so we'll be working sounds differently the top of the, yeah, right, exactly. I never played it on a stream with the top open, so with the lid open, so it's much more bright, right? That was a very, very slow motion. Yes, the music fills the room. Absolutely. So actually, I don't think I'll ever now play without the lid open. Like I have the advantage I'm in the house. Before, maybe this is like before I was living in the apartments, different places, and it was always a struggle with the neighbors. But now finally I have the luxury of having as whatever sounds at whatever times I like. And so I think definitely now with the lid open every time. The only thing is very well I keep my laptop because I keep the laptop over there. One on that side, another on that side with the piano. So that's anyway, I'll have to figure it out. So and it's beginning now. Okay, I'm losing it in here. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, this is not really skill. There's a lot of work in here. I've been working on this piece since several months, and then I was stopping it because I was working on so many other work at the pieces, but I mean, as you can see, as you are going to be seeing, there'll be a lot of hiccuping, a lot of passages that are very bad, that are basically questioning whether I even know the notes. And this is the case with every pianist. It's never a finished product. You see, I just had memory lapse in that part. What is this piece? Richard Dovell, thank you for joining. Travel overseas when this, yes, absolutely. In art, absolutely, yes. So after the pandemic is over, I have numerous art residencies kind of waiting for me. Just a few days ago, the one from Finland got reinvited. I got reinvited to the one in Finland, and I still don't know. I'm hesitant to book the month, um, whether it's going to be this year or the next, whether it is safe to wait for the next year. And then, of course, the China and Singapore and all of these places. So that's continuing as normal. In the meantime, I'm intensifying my online activities. So this piece is the Rachmaninoff's Opus 39, number 6, the Etude, the Little Red Riding Hood. That's how it's most famous for. Finland sounds interesting, very much, yes, because also I have some genes from the Finland, some genetics. So it sounds exactly, yeah, Singapore will be amazing as well. But that has to be in connection with China, because I can't travel the half of the world twice. So I have to somehow coordinate those. And with China, I don't know, because I think they're a bit more conservative when it comes to letting people in. And it has to be completely open, because I still don't speak the Mandarin. I'm learning. It's hopeless. It will take 10 or 20 years at this pace. But it's fascinating nevertheless. It's amazing new world I've discovered in 2019. So anyway, okay, a lot of missed notes in that crazy, absolutely crazy part. Um, for better life. That's a very funny comment, because I've been to the States. I have a very good life. Actually, right now, much better than you can imagine. Mandarin, thanks. Duolingo, right? I was starting Duolingo as well, but then it happened that I discovered this other app called Chinesey, and it's a little bit better for me, because I like to learn all of the kind of writing as well. I'm really perplexed by all of the characters, the symbols behind them, and all of those kind of stuff. So let's now work this chase, like this one. Okay, until that point. Yeah, I know it is an art skill indeed. And then I was amazed in that residency. It was in the Contemporary Museum of Modern Art, sorry, Contemporary Museum of Art in Beijing. Perhaps for insight on live. Right. I'm already following Rita. Following broadcast. Whoa, wonderful. Yes, I think she is advocating for the forest, for the more kind of in line with nature. Yeah, we are connected both on Hubs and on Twitter. Um, with I forgot hugging of trees and all of this kind of like a more of nature harmonic nature harmonic, can I say like something like that, nature harmonic lifestyle. Yes, exactly, forest life, it's amazing. Like Finland is something special, but for me personally as well, because of the some aspects of genetics. Themes, can you play it? No, Schindler List is not in the classical music repertoire that I'm working on right now. This is the Little Red Riding Hood. It's the Rachmaninoff's Etude. This is the sacred shrines. Yeah, definitely about the. I didn't have time. I spent half a year in China, and I didn't have time to go to many. And also with Japan, I actually have a communication about the paintings as well. Change up in the tempo and style. Yeah, thank you. And ask her. Yeah, definitely. We'll be in touch. It's just that I first have to figure out when to do the art residency, because it's in the gallery in in the Lapland. We'll see. Anyway, it's very exciting. So because in my mind, this part is where the Little Red Riding Hood freaks out at the world, because this is not just the wolf chasing the Little Red Riding Hood into the, and then also swallowing the grandmother. This is actually about the human growing up and facing the demons, eventually becoming a demon, absorbing all, and then banishing everything, because it's all in the understanding. So that's in my opinion. Like this part is where she completely freaks out. The jumps of a wolves, exactly. They think, hold on, wonderful comment, Henri. Piano vocal, oh, you're also working. I think cannot be placed careful. As you need to pounce on them furiously, very much. Absolutely, Andre, I agree with you 100%. Oh, so you think these actually jump, really? Right? You think of these as a jumps, because for me, this is a wolf. And then this is the Little Red Riding Hood. You see, the left hand is not heard properly. I actually think that also along the way there is this kind of the wolf is trying to seduce the Little Red Riding Hood. I think there is some of that aspect, especially in here where Rachmaninoff is a little bit dramatic, and maybe that's also a wolf in here. Just for us. Um, Smartphone, welcome. Good morning. How are you? The wolf moves more gracefully. Yes. So in here as well. Well, some kind of sadness in here. And then the real chase is starting in here. And then it's ticking. actually on the left side, and that's the Little Red Riding Hood on the right. But then they are actually merging, they're becoming one, and then there is a separation of the, like the good is triumphing over the bad. That's my way of perceiving this. It's getting also too warm with this kind of very, very special type of music. Let's just work on these misses that I was having. Chaotic, yeah. Uh-huh. That's a jump. He sneaks and then he jumps in Chris, and then exactly, and then the chase itself. And this is a little bit more personal, but anyway, maybe it's not because it's totally crazy. But for me, because I have a very close connection to the eagle, and throughout my paintings, you could always, oftentimes see this recurring theme of feathers and flight and everything. And it's actually directly connected to eagle, which I'm always dreaming. And as maybe you might know, eagle is hunting the wolves, and those two are very opposite. Wolf is more of a packed animal. It's more something that we have been seeing our world evolve through the hierarchy of like the system where what's normalized. And for wolf as an animal, as a features, um, is living in a pack, is raising the children in a pack. It always has the alpha wolf and all of this kind of stuff. Whereas for eagle, it's a ruthless fights of the genetics. So actually, eagles usually have two chicks, of which one is pushed out of the nest in favor of the stronger one. This is very ruthless and bad, but that's just the way how they manage to survive, and kind of ruthless fighting of the best. And so anyway, this is a piece where I'm getting close to this wolf kind of energy, which I think Rachmaninoff genuinely felt, because he was writing that this one is a program character. In most cases, he's more of the absolute music kind of composer, but in this one, I'm sure I was reading, and there are some other association to the raindrops and all of these other things. It's definitely your animal spirit as well, right? Exactly. And so many times I see the eagles, it's crazy. Whenever I'm in the mountainous region, and in here, of course, in Montenegro, I see eagles oftentimes. So anyway, let's go back to the chase. So it's very interesting for me. Okay, missing. Now just missed that point. Law of nature is strong, exactly, and the weak dies a little bit. Yeah. Fortunately, with the human, we don't really know what's weak, what's strong. We don't know fully actually, but so it's not that. I have ethical issues with this whole thing, but anyway. how far I know by memory. I actually have to decrease the aircon. Okay, to 18 in fact, because my brain doesn't function well with high temperatures. Okay, so this part now, let's work on this. Because it was absolutely without the pedal, and I would turn on the pedal and little but thank you so much, Andrew. Thank you. This is amazing. Actually, I have another friend pianist who is literally guiding me how to play the Prokofiev, and so this is super valuable. And thank you. So definitely let's try this, and it's also valuable to show to the world how it actually works. And I'm so appreciative that you are connected. And I would love if you are using Twitter or any other network to connect with me, because I would love to hear how if you are playing the piano, and to be in touch. So let's do this sneakiness. I definitely appreciate more slowly, exactly without pedal. That's my mistake, especially. In here, right? See, I'm missing notes here. Had the missed notes so many times. Okay. Let's just start from the beginning again, and I know that I have to work more on the melody in here as well. And of course, more piano, I think. I think too much pedal again on this part. Let's work on this on the. Okay, Miss Nose. That's it. Okay, let's just see where we are from this part. Just a bit more. I need to become more sneaky. Actually, no. I need to find within myself how to share that side that's sneaky, because we are all everything. I think that's something I appreciate at the actors and actresses. Um, that it's about the finding the depth, finding of more facets of a personality. It's very difficult to contain, in fact, to preserve. Is this too fast, Andrew? If you're still with us, or Andrea, I don't know. It's very rough. The left hand has to show the brutality of the nature. Okay, just. Okay, let's continue a little bit now because I don't want to be just practicing this. Just the attitude all the time. Hello, welcome. I had another idea and then I lost it. What was it about? Oh yeah, I want to also paint the wolf afterwards. So after the amazing part, which still has to be worked on, I mean this one. Yeah, definitely less pedal. Okay. Okay, just have to go through this. Thank you so much. Just to go through this very slow motion, and I'm actually sweating big time in here, even though it's 18 degree in the room. Maybe I'll just turn off the aircon completely. Okay, it just happens. there should be the drops of rain. Thank you. Funny and enjoyable. Absolutely. Thank you for being with me. Where we were in the. Maybe these are the drops because Rachmaninoff supposedly said how they were these raindrops that were irritating him. So maybe this is what's actually waking him up from the slumber, and the slumber is actually more than a slumber. It's actually the reflection about the world and about facing of the world. Okay. That's it. And that's the wolf is reappearing again. Just a reminder that the wolf is always continue being with us, even though we defeat temporarily, right? We defeat temporarily from a moment to the moment. It's also highly associative to something that I've been thinking about this whole region where I'm living now. And it's not, he catches her and all of the same, I would not slow down the tempo right now. Okay. So about the slowing of the tempo, it's literally because I still haven't memorized the parts. It's still not fully within in the brain. Tense, but definitely to the age note. Hold on a second. Where you are thinking, which part? And this is so helpful. Thank you so much. This is why internet is amazing, right? So I need this one. Yes, exactly. Yeah, I would definitely. I'm not going to be. This is just a bad habit from when I was learning, and for some reason, and since you obviously have experience with this piece, I don't actually like that at all. This progression of the chords, where it's kind of resolving it. From here. You see, don't even know this that well. Hold on a second. You see, maybe not. Okay, I think I'm not going to be. This needs just a plain practicing, just learning, and I think tonight I'm going to memorize this as it should be. And then the rest, but this is amazing piece. This is also very connected to what's happening with the region where I'm living. And there is something about the wolf. The wolf was the symbol animal of the Olympic Games in Sarajevo. Okay, that's Toccata in the nearby country, and I think there is something negative about it in connection to this. The name of this piece. So this is the Rachmaninoff's Little Red Riding Hood Etude. Now we're going to be going into the slightly different world, toccata, early Prokofiev. And this is also quite in the early stages, actually very much early stages. I just started in December on that, and then I wasn't practicing when I was doing other things. So anyway, just to work through this a little bit. That's breaking up in so many places. Let's just start from the again a little bit. I didn't actually disconnect from Recliner, but anyway, it's just in a starting phase. So yeah, it has to be really pianissimo now because I'm playing with the open lid of the piano. It's a bit difficult. Oh no. It's very mechanical. Of course, small is okay, but the desire for it is the result of the whole. You have thank you. Wow. Right. Yeah. That actually makes sense completely because that's the only note that it's really sitting. And then I was also noticing. Of course, it has to be more. This is a bit like that prelude. You know, he's evoking something military there, right? Anyway, no, I'll work on that later. But I mean, super valuable. Thank you so much, Andre. So just to go back to the toccata. No. I have to find the right. Oh, hold on a second. I didn't play this properly. Okay. Breaking up in there. Now I'm cold. I think I should call this this live stream cold or hot. Can I call it that way? Cold or hot kind of live stream because I'm constantly. Yeah, I think this is the best. No, aircon, let the temperature drop to 15 degrees, and then that's optimal for these kind of pieces. And the other thing also I was thinking, because like I was literally feeling your thoughts, especially Andrew, about this, and like super valuable, the wolf, and I definitely want to paint it, but yeah, maybe not paint in front of you right now. If I figure out how to use the studio and then share the double screen or something like that, maybe I should experiment on that as well. But I'll try to do two paintings maybe after this one dedicated to Toccata, another to this. Hi, welcome Martin. Well, thanks for joining. So let's start again. Ah, this is right. Actually, now finally I got it right. It's like touching the sound itself. And the piano is just the extension of the hands. Okay, broke up completely. It's a total cacophony, especially the way I played this one. Listen, the kata with the Savia train. Ah, wow, I love this. Yeah, a Savia. Wow, indeed. Yeah, because it's actually approaching from the distance, right? We just start from a little bit and then let's develop this. Like, I love this kind of association. No worries, like, my English is a disaster. Sometimes I invent new words and everything. And that's actually the beauty of the internationality of English, right? Because we contribute to the non English speakers. And I think this is the industrial, the tunnel of the industrial age, and it's kind of ticking, ticking, ticking. But maybe it's heralding. Can I say heralding, or what's the word for that? Maybe it's forecasting something new as well. Exactly. So maybe it's a busy city. Could that be it? Because actually, this way, um, like when it's kind of developing, there is always this. It's almost like somebody is laughing at it because Prokofiev is full of this kind of sarcasm. That's very hard because I still haven't gotten this properly in my mind and in my it hasn't set in my hands yet. I'm completely nonchalant to this. So that's the only piece I'm completely relaxed, and so I use it sometimes just in the jobs to remind myself how to actually play. Messed in there as well. Thank you. Bear with me. In the part where I'm. See, that's where the disease happens. I mean, in my mind. Okay. Is that it? Yeah. Actually, I was messing this. Okay, let's continue now. 56, 57, 58. So here. Okay. Want to play this in full tempo? Yeah. See, in here is. That's not the right. Okay, this is the one. This is 65. Wait, yeah, this one. 63. 57. Okay, I just lost 60. 3 and 4. Maybe that underneath. Yeah, that's where they are. Okay, just go back a little bit because this. Okay, so problematic part is this one. It's a bit like in Prokofiev, there is that passage where you just lose the footing. And in here, it feels like I lost the footing in this part. And then the second stage. Yes, the piece is just okay. The piece is just fine. Yeah, I think so. Also with the energy. Thank you, Richard, for the one super hard. It's because I've never actually played the piece like that. The closest to it is. So that's the only piece that's kind of similar to this kind of mechanical way. And also, like you, for that piece, I have an amazing friend, a pianist who actually is telling me how to play what part. The Rachmaninoff Edwards, we have just put the Rachmaninoff aside as discus bows next to this figurine to be balanced in my mind while I'm working on the toccata right now. So just to. Okay, let's work on this a little bit. Thank you so much, Egin. So, if you want to subscribe, also if you subscribe on Hubs, that's an app which there is a lot of different artists and news reporters and all sorts of live streamers. But if you want just to follow that's Ideas Rex and Irene Ideas. Also, whirlwind, air circulation. You can hear absolutely music in terms of energy, and I think this is the best way. Absolutely, it definitely. Yes, very similar card to the finale of this. Indeed, isn't it? But that's also my first because always in the past I was playing this kind of more melodical pieces and never kind of structural like that. So it's such an adventure, and it's also amazing to have a fresh ears and experience to hear the opinions, how to actually how to direct, how to explore different parts, and just to show how amazing it is that we are on the internet where we can literally just help each other and explore in togetherness. So, but it's very airy. I just didn't realize this before, but your air circulation exactly. And I'm also reading now some book about quantum physics and this kind of stuff, and how air is actually a form of liquid, and how it's affecting. It's quite different to what we perceive because we take it for granted with our biological bodies, and it's actually much more. And also it's creating so many illusions, and it's as if you're right. I mean, this is actually this is bringing me so many ideas now. You see? Uh-huh. Okay, so you see that? Now it's going to be degrading as we continue, but let's continue because maybe I want to touch upon a little bit also the sonatas. 62 is 3, 4, 6. This is like a nightmare. The worst nightmare is with my music. I have to glue it sometimes. Now this I really need to practice it. This doesn't make sense to me. This is quite similar to the previous one, but I'm not playing this at all. I have to go through this a little bit more. Uh, too much. Exactly. Exactly, it hurts from the depth, and then it seems to so. Indeed, isn't it? And slowly starts. And also, there is this kind of a progression towards the optimism. Did you notice? Because actually, he's finishing that. It's mostly in the. It's finishing in the major. Trains from the depth. Exactly. Slowly starts moving again, approaching closer and flying out of the tunnel. Exactly. Something mysterious as it's mystical, and this must be a little creepy. Wow, I love this interpretation. This is amazing. I love this. Exactly. It's like because for me as well, I was thinking of the like it's 1912, I think, right? Yeah, 1912, and it's this era of the surrealism, and like people are thinking about the inventions. The science is already kind of is getting out of like it's becoming much more industrial. The world is changing. There are crises economically in so many sense. the world is changing. And then I mean, there was those moments. Now I'm not 100% sure whether it happened before or after, but the quest for mysticism and looking towards the east, there was at that time, I think, like all of these things, like the expressionism happening in the visual arts, because oftentimes I like to kind of jump back and forth between these. And and then you are right about the ear, like a tunnel. Maybe that tunnel is actually the time. Maybe he's describing the time because it's so relentless. Like, look at. The only thing is how to, yeah, and then it's. Or is it? How can we actually touch upon this to create something that's completely different if it's the time? And time could be affected by the, like the experience through time could be affected with the speed, being detached from the earth, from the sense of gravity. So this don't pause anything. I'm just sharing my. Thank you so much. Exactly. I mean, this is amazing because that vision is actually is amazing. I haven't thought of the aspect of air, but I think you are quite right because, like, I was just thinking of the machines often, and also the fact that it actually disappears. This part, which is the ending, which I would be too afraid to play right now because it's next to sight reading. Like. You see that? Actually, it's a major, so which suggests that maybe it's optimistic. It's crazy stuff, right? Right? Except that it's not the best way to record. Ah, right. If there is a half instrument arrangement thing, like the seventh sonata, all the hands do not. Wow, amazing. Um, what is? Yeah, because that's also my goal. Thank you so much for joining. Thanks for the internet for getting us together in here in this moment. There's a half and an instrument. Exactly. And to that honor, that actually just start a little bit of the seventh sonata as well. Um, just a little bit because I'm already getting tired and I want to do two paintings, digital paintings dedicated to this. And also, a lot of that is going to be reflecting your thoughts because I think that we are creating together. Should I start from the, yeah, let's start from the first movement, even though I haven't touched it for so long. Okay, missing a lot of notes. Hold on a second. Uh, Missing a lot of notes in that part, just to begin. waves of subconsciousness. So for me, this one is really facing of the demons. It was written, I think, 1942. So it's 30 years after what we just played right now. Let's just start again from the. It's so twisted. Yeah, I think something like that, 1942. I think he was in this camp after um, when he was composing this one, and the sixth before that. The sixth one is also amazing. It's more brutal. It's more about the war itself, whereas this one is more about the suffering, and I think it's connected to the persecution of his friend. But the sixth one is amazing. Okay, I'm messing a lot in there, but that's completely different. And then in that sonata, actually, the fourth movement for me is fascinating. Something so much diabolical, so much of everything. Of course, I have touched this for a long time. And I also have to record this one. I still haven't. This is the project even from like. order. I don't think that normal person would do this. Okay. Why am I messing up in there? Just jumping from part to part. Okay, maybe I don't have the energy actually for the seventh sonata right now because I'm still full of toccata and I have to somehow master toccata in the following days. But this is amazing piece. I'm so glad that it's also in your repertoire and that for you as well. It's that you'll be working on it to record it. Um, Sometimes I only know the first moment. I have to sit down and force it. Exactly. Exactly. That like first movement is also like no tonal center is just so powerful. I think it's one of the most powerful pieces I've heard. And also the second and third movement I don't like at all. In the sixth, something like that. And the third one I can't even start. I don't remember like if I had um but but the fourth one I like for some reason. Is this kind of like something genetical is going on in there. And with the seventh sonata, I also have these polarities. The second movement, I'm not a fan of, even though it has this super powerful part. And but the third movement is amazing. And then the third movement led me to toccata. It's quite funny the way how maybe it's in a way superficial the way I'm choosing the repertoire. Um, if, okay, there is doesn't here the finger will not exactly. Oh wow, that's amazing. Um, the harmonies is the ear is this memorizing for some reason. I have exactly the same thing happening on that part that you just saw from the Rachmaninoff's etude. Exactly at that part, I can't memorize. So from here. And it's just breaking apart and degenerating further as you're going further. And it's as if I'm obsessed with with the point until there, and then I just don't like it. So it's very difficult. Wow, what am I doing here? It just broke out completely. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The question is what's going on with my brain because just a few months ago I was able to play this in tempo. So I think that's it for now. Let's let that sit in. And I want to paint, I want to capture all these amazing thoughts that we shared. And thank you so much, Andrew. Amazing. Really, really a privilege to have you and everybody else in here. But with your thoughts and participation, this makes this live stream so special, helpful, and showing the good side of the internet. So if you feel like, feel free to connect as well on the networks. And I'll see everybody another time. This was also excellent experience for me because for the first time actually on the stream, I used the open lead on the piano, and it's such a massive difference. So anyway, I'm finishing this now. Have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, everywhere in the world. See you. Bye.